Hello, hello. If you're just tuning in, I just did, not too long ago, I did the Divine Feminines. And I did a collective reading for the Divine Masculine and the Feminine towards each other during this retrograde. So now I looked at the Divine Feminine separately. Let's see what's going on with the energy with the Divine Masculine, whether it's with the connection or not. So I'm asking angels to please give me 4 cards for the Divine Masculine's energy at this time during the retrograde. What is taking place with the Divine Masculines? Okay. It seemed like the Divine Masculines are paying attention to the red flags that's taking place, and that was in the general reading as well. And I kept saying that was the Divine Masculine's energy. Then you got honeymoon, you got children, and at the bottom of the deck, you got let go control issues. Wow. All right, let's see. All right, first thing I do see pay attention to red flags. Like I said in the previous reading, a lot of Divine Masculines are noticing that they put a lot of negative energy, and they accepted certain things in their world, dealing with their self in general, and especially with their love life. I feel like they always somehow gravitated towards negative things, as if it was something that was attracting them to it. I do see that they are, it says, we're waiting for divine timing is at work in your love life. I do feel like they are starting to accept spirit for what it is. They're going through an awakening process right now. For some, they want to enjoy enjoy their lives. Then you got children. Your love life is being affected by children. This is for some Divine Masculines that is dealing with a partner with children, or they are dealing with children, whether it's their own children or not. But I do feel like some Divine Masculines is no longer controlling the outcome when it's dealing with children, because you gotta let go control issues. If you're Divine Masculine and you got some ways of doing things, or ways of thinking that you have harmed you, it's crazy, because I just was saying this before to somebody on the phone, that a lot of men, the masculines at this time, they're reflecting on what the fuck they did to themselves. That's all I can hear. What the fuck did I do? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to get this? It's 1:20. It's 12:21 on the clock, so that's 2:22. That means some things are coming together. Like, I feel like the Divine Masculines are now looking within themselves. They noticing what the fuck they accepted was wrong. It's like going through a period of removing the mask off your eyes, and the blur is just there. But now the blur is starting to fade away, and you starting to hit reality, starting to hit you. It's like you know when some men go to jail? They go to jail, they see nothing but the 4 walls, especially the ones that do long beds. Now, the red flags is that they in another trance. Like, say if they went to jail in 1995 and they coming out now. That's what? 95, 2005, 2015. That's damn near 20 years, 15 years. Wait, no, because 2005 to 25 to 2000, 95 to 2005 is 10 years. Then from 2005 to 2015 was another 10 years. That's 20 years. Then you got 20, that's like 23 years. 23 years. They in a penitentiary. They don't know nothing but the last thing that they see. And back then, it probably was like the old McDonald's arch. Now they got social media. Now they got all this internet stuff where you can actually get online, talk to people. They're going to come out and have to relearn everything that we already know. And the hard part about that is like the same thing that the masculines are going through. It's like they've been in this dark cell all their life, and they always thought that shit just happened. Like, this is just what it is. But what they not realizing, they never paid attention to the red flags, like warning signs that told them, if you go this way, this is what's gonna happen. So it's like they relearning everything now, and it's like, oh my God, I never knew this shit. Like, what the fuck? Damn. It's them paying attention to their own red flags, the things that they never paid attention to before. Now, the word waiting for, and the reason why I feel like this is them paying attention to what the energy that they accepted in relationships, because it's divine timing is in work in your love life. That means that spirit is now, they allow a spirit to take control. They're starting to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities that spirit is giving them. Like, some of them could be having dreams, certain songs pop on, certain things remind them of what they actually want out of a woman. A feminine, actually remind them that they deserve better, that they can get better, that they are. It's like the insecurities are starting to fade away. Then you got honeymoon. Like I said, some of them is really ready to enjoy their own lives. They've been trying to control situations, making sure that things go a certain way for so long that it caused them not to pay attention to their own selves. And this is where the red flags came in at. They was always focusing on everybody else except themselves. So now it's hard for a lot of the masculines to just accept things for what it is. So it's like the mask is now coming off and they starting to get, it's like this. This is what spirit doing. Oh, well, back when you were 16 years old and you prayed about getting a way out, a better way out. I gave you a solution. I told you to behave, stop hanging with the knucklehead friends. I kept showing you that you was going to get in trouble with these friends, but here, bang, now you got a court case. Now you're being pushed away to go in another direction because now I can't give you the paradise life that you asked for. I can't give you the everything that you wanted back then that I'm trying to give you now, because of the fact of it is, you're not paying attention to the things that I'm telling you is bad for you. So now I'm going to show you in your own life, your karmic cycles, you're going to pay attention and start learning. I'm going to keep whooping your ass with negativity and showing you that things is going to be up against you until you start going with the flow and going in the direction I want you. So this is what spirit is now putting in face of the divine masculines, because they were so hard-headed for so long. And they didn't never want to wait. They was always into like the worldly sense of looking at women or being with somebody. Oh, the woman got to have money, or the woman got to look a certain way, or the woman got to act a certain way, or the woman got to be this, or the woman got to be that, or I'm just gonna accept what I'm used to type of shit. So now they noticing that's not what is going to help them grow. They noticing that this is not where they actually want to be. So the word waiting for is now taking effect, because a lot of divine masculines is now paying attention to spirit and to the synchronicities and the things that God is now telling them it's time for you to pay attention. You've been in this bubble for so long. Now I got to pop this bubble to make you understand it's time to breathe again. So I do feel like a lot of masculines are now at a point they want to enjoy themselves. And this is what spirit is now showing them. If you want to enjoy yourself, stop going against me. I'm trying to give you the things that your heart desires, but you're going against me. Now, when it comes into the matter of children, for some of the divine masculines, this is something that's affecting their life, whether it's them dealing with somebody that have a child by them, or them wanting to have children with somebody. Maybe some divine masculines cannot have children, so they take on other spouses' children. Or for some, they feel like the loyalty of the children is more important than anything else. Their loyalty to children. It's something dealing with loyalty, because you see the dogs. I feel like for some of the masculines, they're like 1 foot in because of the children. And this is affecting this is what's controlling their life. Because if you see the lady is trying to take away the children, but the man is just looking down. I do feel like some of them are letting go of this control and not trying to hold on to shit no more, because they're realizing one or two things. I can't go against the grain anymore. I can't not do what spirit is telling me to do. I have to go with what I already know. Me going against the grain for so long, while spirit has been telling me for so long and giving me the red flags, and me just trying to go against the grain and control everything and trying to fix everything that keeps falling apart. This is spirit way of telling me. And I do feel like for some of the divine masculine, this is dealing with childhood wounds. People not being loyal to you as a child. This may not have nothing to do with children. This has something to do with internal healing with the divine masculine. Maybe some females, or maybe females in general, never was loyal to the divine masculine, but they was loyal to themselves. So this was something commonly that a lot of masculines was used to. And they still stuck around. I feel like the female energies that they attract for so long, I'm doing a reading, for so long were the females that did not have loyalty for them, but loyalty for themselves. And I feel like the masculines are letting this go now. Let's clarify this. Nope, I'm gonna do this one. She sleep. Oh, wow. Mommy's gonna take a nap too today. And what your brother doing? That's because I was up 7 o'clock this morning. 6 o'clock. Okay, so let's see. Why is pay attention to red flags here for the masculines? Okay, that's 3 cards. Let's see. Jason, I'm doing a reading, so don't come down here making noise. Lies. So you already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Like I said, a lot of them are going through the shadow period where they are starting to realize the red flags that they never paid attention to. Now the masculines are starting to pay attention to it. So you got Rama, where are you being called to journey to? Some of you divine masculines are being called to go elsewhere. And this is something that spirit has been nudging them to do for a very long time, to make these proper decisions. Whether it's them going somewhere with their emotions or going somewhere physically, spiritually, or whatnot, I feel like a lot of them are starting to do this now. They are starting to pay attention to their emotions, to what spirit is telling them. Like I tell everybody can say they can't pay attention to their heart. Your heart is actually your compass. That's what's connected to your soul. Your soul is connected to your spirit. Your spirit is connected to your heart. The things that you love that makes you feel enlightened, not the things that pressure your heart, that pain in your heart is meant to be around. And I feel like some things just on your heart was just not settling. And I feel like you're paying attention to that now because you are starting to realize your emotions in the way that your emotions work. Do you got the age of the light? You have been training for this for lifetimes. Like I said, this is a karmic cycle. This is a lot of masculines is dealing with something that they are now paying attention to the red flags with. This was a karmic cycle for you to learn. You have been through this with other things in life, how to detach from certain things that was doing you harm. And I feel like this is why spirit always probably did this to you and put you in the same type of predicaments for you to open up and for you to realize the signs that you wasn't paying attention to. If you believe in God, whoever you believe in was always giving you, I feel like you was always given 2 choices in life, whichever way it go, especially when it comes down to your love life. You'll have one person that you started dealing with, and then you have another person that you actually meet in the mix of dealing with another person. Now, what end up happening, the reason why your dynamic is set up like this is because your life is built on 2 choices, the right choices and the wrong choices. But everybody does not have a wrong choice, divine masculine. What I do feel like you have a wrong choice because you put that energy out there. You accept that energy. So what is going to happen? Spirit's going to keep giving you what you just accept. Why they give you the good choice, and then it seems like for some masculines always felt like they wasn't worthy enough for the good choices because they have done wrong in their life. But what spirit is saying, no. This is why I always did this to you. I always put you in this type of situation for you to open your eyes so you can see that sometimes your choices is made wrong for a reason for you to learn them lessons. And once you learn them lessons, you'll continually keep going through these lessons. And you would think that you learn the lessons, but if you keep going back to the same type of situations, the lesson has not been learned. But I feel like this time around, Spirit, a lot of masculines are paying attention to this. For the fact of it is, these lessons was already learned many times, but they never noticed it. They never noticed that they went through all these lessons before. They never noticed that all this stuff that keep happening, keep re-entering in their life is because they accepted it since they was a child. This could be a child from their past life that they went through this. This is past life trauma. I mean, reincarnation trauma. This could be childhood trauma. This could be something that just was always evolving around some of the masculines, and now it's time for them to pay attention to it. So this is taking place during a retrograde. So I do feel like some of the divine masculines are learning that they have to be the ones to break the cycle, the curse. They have to break the curse. Why is it worth waiting for here for the divine masculines? The great gathering, the divine feminists got this too. So again, I'm gonna tell you something. The divine masculine and the divine feminists are mirroring each other in this area because the divine masculines got worth waiting for. That they know that Spirit is going to bring in this this feminine energy, this love of their life, the things that they actually doubtedly really want out of a connection with somebody. The great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Like I said, I feel like Spirit is now giving them. How could I say it? Spirit is now giving the signs, like the red flags that they're receiving now. I feel like they're starting to read into them. They're starting to question everything that's negative coming around them that is making them feel some type of way. They're starting to really pay attention to a lot of this stuff. And the only reason why I feel like this is because they know that it's not a part of their soul tribe. It's not a part of their coming together, their wholeness. It's not dealing with nobody, whether it's the karmic or divine feminine. It's more so now they noticing that this affects them in a whole, not just their love life. They're starting to realize that some things that they accepted in their love lives all these years, whether if it was their mom, their grandparents, their sisters, their cousins, anything that made them look at women differently, is because they was more focused on that. And the reason why they was more focused on that, and the reason why Spirit allowed is because you needed to learn the lesson. You needed to see it for what it was and know that there is a difference. I do feel like some of you were given the difference and you was given a negative aspect, but the similarities between the two was just so amazing to you that it made it hard for you to decide. So what you started doing is allowing others to decide for you. You was just letting others decide for you. Like it was more so if they leave, they leave. If they go, they go. Sometimes you can attract a spirit that is not for you, but it will hold on to you because of the need of you. It doesn't mean that you could give them money, anything in that sort. It could be your soul, just your kindness, your compassion for life. People will drain you of that energy. And that's an energy vamp. That's a narcissist. That's somebody that, especially if you're a masculine and you're an empath and you don't know it. Oh, baby. Listen, every empath goes through it. We go through the karmic cycles with people because we're so generous. The only thing we know how to do is share light. We know how to be kind. No matter how hard it is, we try to be negative towards people. It's hard. But sometimes as an empath, you got to put your foot down. You got to stick to what you know. Because again, Spirit is working on your connections with people, the good and the bad. Spirit is definitely working because of what you are portraying now. I do feel like a lot of you are starting to pray to Spirit and ask Spirit to take control of the situations. Nice honeymoon here. Wow, this is a lot. Why is honeymoon here for the divine masculines? Ooh, leap. Like I said, some of you are ready to enjoy your life. Spirit is telling you to leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. If you take that leap of faith, I do feel like, and you go for your happiness and you be happy in yourself, not saying move or make a decision to leave something. It's more so if you start to be happy, people that don't want to see you happy will start to show themselves. People that want to see you happy will start to show themselves. That's how I feel like Spirit is setting you up this time. You want to enjoy life, I'm going to show you how you can enjoy life, and you will enjoy your life. But seeing who's going to react to you being happy for once. Take that leap of faith. Be happy for once without nobody's permission and see who's going to be happy with you or who's going to knock you because you're happy and they not. I don't know who this message is for, but that strictly says just that. You want to be happy. You want to be in your happiness. You want your happiness. This time, you see who's happy with you for the things that you're happy about. If this person or people is not happy for you or happy about anything that you're choosing, that's not for you. That's not for you. Why is children here for the divine masculine? Wow. Excuse me. Turn that light off for me and shut that door. The intentions, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Like I said, I do feel like this is a strong message for the divine masculines that always had women that was never loyal to them, but they was loyal to themselves, and the divine masculines was loyal to them and trying to stick around. Oh. The divine masculines try to stick around and be loyal to certain people. But if you look in this picture, this young lady is just holding the dog and she's focusing on the dog by herself, while the masculine is facing the storm by himself. He's looking.
Where's the person?
Jason.
Where's the person?
Trash if you don't eat it.
I am not eating it, but get a plate.
No, get something to wrap it up in. Not a plate, because you don't wash dishes, kid.
I do.
Not. I'm doing the reading, honey. Stop. Get a plastic or something, Jason. It's Ziplocs in there. Ziplocs is in the cabinet, son. Come on. The cabinet. That's a drawer. The other one. The intentions, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Like I said, this is something that I feel like the divine masculines is ready to change. And that's being here for unloyal women. Always putting themselves, the masculines always putting themselves out there for women that is only about themselves. And I feel like they are starting to see this. And I swear there's two dogs on the side of the masculine, like, you're very loyal. Like, you're very loyal. But this person is just loyal to themselves. This feminine energy is very loyal to themselves. And that's where the intentions come in. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You got to be the one to walk away from unloyalty. This is something that I feel a lot of masculines attract. They attract women, feminine energy that is only loyal to themselves, and the masculines are extremely loyal to these women. Let go of control issues. No. You cannot control this situation. You cannot control the situation. This is a storm that has to happen. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. This person is trying to control everything about you, masculine. This person could be a feminine energy from your childhood. It could be your mother. I feel like this is you watching yourself be controlled in a lot of situations since you was a child. And this is the energy that spirit is now letting you see. Have you seen what you allowed into your life all your life since you was a child? And I keep giving you these lessons so that way you can start saying no to these unloyal ass women. But you won't say no. You won't postpone. I'm actually going to clarify these cards one more time for some reason because the masculine's got a deep ass reading going on. Okay, let's see what the cycle of the heart got to say to us. Angels, can I get one more clarification for the masculines during this retrograde? What is taking place during the retrograde? Pay attention to red flags. Refusing to see. I'm doing a reading. I'll call you right back, sis. You heard me? Pay attention to red flags. You got refusing to see. This is something that you was refusing to see. I feel like a lot of you are now at a discouraging part of your life because you never paid attention. You was always refusing to see the red flags. I feel like a lot of you're now in self-reflection of this. You're knowing now. You're at the point of knowing the things that you was refusing to see. Remember when I started to read it, it was 12:21. And look at the top of the cards too. The number 2. So this is letting me know. This, if you see the number 222 on the clock or anything that you're doing, or you have tools that's significant to you, this message is deep to you. Worth waiting for. Why is worth waiting for here? Rest and reconsideration. I do feel like I said, now a lot of divine masculines are resting and reconsidering some situations that was for their happiness. What they did not accept was for their happiness. I do feel like now is definitely dealing with relationships with women. So they starting to reconsider some things. They starting to look at their red flags. They starting to see the red flags that spirit was once giving them. They're now resting and reconsidering because they're paying attention to what spirit is telling them. Why is honeymoon here? Heart chakra. Like I said, they want to enjoy anything that makes their heart chakra open. This is ironic as hell. So you need to take a leap of faith. Remember I said that your heart is like your compass? A lot of people don't believe in that. They believe that they go with their mind, whatever their mind tells them to do. Your mind is not connected to your soul. Your mind is of the earthly sense. It's what you see, what you feel, what you taste. So it plays with your ego and it plays with your pride. But your heart will never study you wrong. If it's having issues with the beating, that means there's something stressing you out. So as of right now, things that make your heart flicker with joy is what you need to enjoy. Like I said, you need to do what your heart desire and watch the person that get angry at you enjoying your life. I guarantee you. Why is children here? Strengthening bonds. Like I said, I do feel like some of the divine masculines are coming out the dark from dealing with women that was so unloyal to them, but loyal to themselves, and the masculines was very loyal to them. This is what the intention is. They have to come up out of this darkness. They have to strengthen in bonds, meaning that they have to bond with themselves. They have to go back into the root of it all and dismiss that shit. Anything that was keeping them from being who they were. Remember I said they're going back within. They are confronting their shadow side. The dark side, the things that was always meant to fuck them up. They're now reflecting off of that. And I feel like this is some of the masculines that got serious childhood wounds. They are really fixing them. And then you got lead. They're now ready to lead. Their insecurities is behind them. You see, in the background, he didn't have that crown. He stepped forward. He is now the emperor. He is now ready to rule his kingdom. A lot of masculines are standing in their power now because they are healing these childhood wounds. Yes. Let go of control issues. You got embrace. You're embracing the light within yourself. That's why you letting go of every female that was controlling you. I feel like you letting go. You're now learning how to become one with yourself. Michael, do not bring them down here. And then you got third eye chakra. Like I said, your eyes is open. Your eyes is open, and this is what everybody don't understand. The masculines are awake. Some of them are awake. So I'm going to end this message, and you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one, everybody.